What's happening, chums? Welcome back to our sort of quick look of Tomb Raider 2013. Our new series, playing video games with my younger sister, who's an archaeologist.
Yep, yeah. So we're gonna try and play some games where archaeology is the focal point of the game, or there's a lot of archaeology within the game.
Now, who are you? You just spoken there. What's your name?
Yeah, so my name is Frankie Webb. I'm an archaeologist. I'm currently an archaeological consultant. I studied at UCL.
Okay, we don't have to hear your whole life story.
Okay, no.
Let's just keep it.
I need to make my credentials,
All right.
validate myself.
Yeah. So,
okay, here we go.
Yeah, this is like
Hello?
part.
Hello?
So are you not
Is
doing
someone
any
there?
sort of collecting? We're just sort of going through the game. Quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I normally love to do the collections because actually a lot of the collectibles are archaeologically based artifacts and stuff like that. But we're not doing that because that would just take too much time. So we're just going to go through the game, looking at
not the whole game, but just parts of it.
Parts of the game. I think we did the intro of the game just to set it up, but I think we're going to focus more on the kind of archaeological parts of the game.
Now,
I think.
you can hear some music there. What? That's Japanese.
So this is Japanese folk music. Yeah.
I loved this when I heard that. It was so. What's the word I'm looking for? Atmospheric.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's almost quite scary as well. It's beautiful. Yeah, it gives you.
We've watched a few J-horrors and played a few Japanese horror games, and they tend to be set in like a Shinto or ruined old like abandoned villages and deep in the Japanese countryside, which is quite spooky. I mean, we played a game called Project Zero.
Fatal Frame in America.
Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
Which was, I remember playing it on the original Xbox, and you always insisted on having the lights out. And we were quite young when we played that, and I
What are these markings?
pooped my pants quite regularly playing that game.
Yeah, that was a really scary game, and I love Japanese horror in general. And you know they do it really well. Japanese, they do atmosphere really well.
More
yeah.
than sort of gore, but they do gore as well. But anyway, like what was Laura's field of expertise when she studied? Was it Japanese or was it just a general?
Well, this is interesting because she seems to be an expert in everything. Anywhere she goes, she knows about Russian, Siberia, and she knows about the Aztecs and the Maya. Realistically, that wouldn't be true. You kind of pick an area of expertise.
Yeah. So it's whatever the game needs it to be. She's sort of an expert.
Saying that, in the comics, it did say, I think it was the comics or a book, one of the books, said she studied East Asian archaeology. I'm not too sure if that's true. I think it might have been an official guide or something. She definitely knows a lot about Mayan ruins as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if she just did a world archaeological.
There's a box behind you there.
You know, I'm not actually supposed to be doing the artifacts. Am I?
Well, this is the archaeology.
Well, this is absolutely true. This is the archaeology.
Now this is a bit of archaeology.
Yeah. So this is
a hateful woman.
Yeah. So let's.
Did you ever see any of that when you were in Japan?
Oh no! I went to Kambuki though.
What's Kambuki?
It's kind of like but it's I'm trying to find the
hidden information. Feel it should vibrate.
Yeah, it's vibrating.
I think it's at the back.
Oh, it's frozen.
There are traces of white paint on the inside.
Kambuki's great. No, it's really long though, so that's why I didn't do it. Apparently, it's maybe like 5 hours going. Yeah, so I love the masks though, because the masks tend to represent the character. You change the mask, you change the character. So a person doesn't represent the character, the mask does.
Right.
So I meant to open something here.
Yeah, you got to
burn
get a
here,
pickaxe.
yeah.
There's a makeshift pickaxe where that music's playing, that haunting music.
Beautiful music, haunting, lovely.
Yeah. Now you can speak a bit of Japanese, right?
I can speak conversational Japanese. I got my JLPT accreditation, I suppose. So
What's a JLPT?
it's Japanese language proficiency test.
Right.
So I failed the first time I actually ever did that. It was really bad. I got like 20%, and I think I did like grade 3 or whatever. But I've actually improved near the end of my stay in Japan.
Do you still? Because you've not lived in Japan for probably about
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
You still remember any of it?
Oh, absolutely. I spent like my early 20s there, so most of my time, a lot of the developing years, I suppose, was where focused in Japan, and I miss it so much. I will be going back there sometime, but because I came back from Japan and started studying archaeology, I spent a lot of time in uni, so don't have the money.
The archaeologists don't get a load of money, do they? It's not.
Yeah. It's probably one of the lowest paid jobs that you need skill, like skill. However, it is a really. Oh God, I'm going the wrong way.
I think you gotta go up.
Yeah, I'm going up. I don't know what happened there. But it's really rewarding job. So.
Man, these people litter a lot, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose there's not no way to put it.
Sam? Oh no, Are we going to get into some combat now?
No, this is where Matthias gets introduced. I'm pretty sure everyone knows who that is.
What? Does it? Is it?
Yeah, and he's just telling the story.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Now, Matthias is the
Laura, you made
main antagonist?
Thank goodness.
Yeah, he's main antagonist, this guy with the stick.
It's okay. He's one of us.
Sorry
not
if I startled
not the
you.
best
This
antagonist.
place would make anyone
Kind of got a
I don't think the
just
new
spoke
your
reboots have a
They're
good
on their way.
antagonist in evil
Look,
any of
he
them.
bandaged
no,
my foot.
none of them have a
it
good
was the least I
antagonist.
could
I mean, they tried to do one with
My manners.
Constantine
I'm sorry.
Constantine?
They
in
all
the
of
second one.
all of the
A teacher
reboot series
by
have an antagonist who has a messiah complex, and
That's really
it
cut
kind
out
of just
for
gets a bit
island
dull
life, I'm
after a
afraid.
while.
Sweetie,
It's
you
not
look
really
exhausted.
He's
interesting.
got blonde hair.
Yeah.
Never seen that.
Yeah, he has
Just
blonde
tell
hair,
me
but then it's
about
covered
the
with the cloak,
Right.
isn't it? Most of the game.
Can you tell me more? I'm intrigued.
Now, this is where
Well,
Sam gives
believe
some
it or not,
exposition
a
and
couple
some
thousand years
backstory
ago,
about
Queen
Himiko.
Himiko pretty much ran things.
Was there a Queen Himiko?
There was a Queen
She
Himiko,
was.
yeah.
What was her deal? Let's hear it.
Himiko was
Do you know anything about her?
Himiko.
but also
Well,
ruthless
she was
and powerful.
she was queen
Legend
of
says
a ruler
she
of
had shamanistic
a part
powers.
of Japan, a kingdom
This
called
is where
Yamatai.
she uses
And there is a kind of
She
mythology,
commanded
like
an army of samurai
a
warriors. Her
mythic
magnificent
kind
storm
of
guard.
past to
They
her,
rode the very
but
waves of the battle, laying waste
not in the
to all
same way
who
that's
opposed them.
portrayed obviously in the
They
game.
Right.
The sun rose at Himiko's command, and she ruled.
Well, if you do go to Yamatai in Japan, where it's suspected there's a Kofun style ruins around there, which is the key tombs, and she has a little mascot.
Have you been to the supposed ruins?
Matthias?
No, there's not much there, and there's much cooler archaeology to see in Japan.
It's steeped in history of Japan.
Oh no!
Ow! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh god, here's the wall
Come
bit.
a bit with the walls.
Hopefully I don't embarrass myself too much in this bit.
Well, come on, slow. It goes into slow-mo.
We can edit it out if I...
Oh no, it's all staying.
Oh no!
So I'll let you concentrate while
Yeah,
I
you can-
just yammer on
Yeah, okay.
constantly, because that's what I seem to do with most of the videos. In the game of Chums.
Game with siblings.
Yeah, game of siblings. Yeah.
There's so much more pep in
Really
it.
good. Yeah, down, one down. But is this wolves? Do they do this? Do they? No, I don't know. Like
I'm not a
wolf attacks.
zoologist.
Yeah, but I'm just sort of, out there. Do wolves attack humans that regularly? I don't know. We're from a country where wolves are pretty extinct. But I don't know. It's not. Do wolves attack humans as much as people think, but I don't think they do. They tend to stay away from us.
Yeah, I mean, I expect most big predators do want to stay away from humans, but it's interesting because Japan has no wolves. They're extinct there. So maybe in this island there are wolves.
Well, this island
Let go.
From what I saw on that cutscene, it is quite far from the mainland.
Yeah.
Like it's in the middle of the ocean. So, the Japanese were not good
I'm
sailors.
so glad you're here.
They're not
Is Sam with you?
seafaring nation back in the day.
I don't know.
She was here.
Because they
With that man.
would go around colonising
But I
other
passed out.
countries.
When I woke up, they were
most
both gone.
Europeans did.
You got.
They tried. They went to
We need to
like
find
China and Korea. But
Oh,
that
wait,
was
wait,
too
what
far.
about
Remember, they're not like
Okay, let's split up.
big
One of us go with
explorers
Laura and meet up
they're
with
not
Ross.
sort
The rest
for
of
an
us should
island
fan out and
like
look for Sam.
UK,
I'll go with her.
No.
they're not.
Let-
They're not
let me.
like big seafarers. They didn't go.
You know how to use one of these?
around the world and stuff like that.
It's been a while.
It's all especially when
It's
they
all coming back to
isolate
me.
Get to
themselves.
Ross. We'll find Sam and this Matthias guy.
When what was his name? Who decreed that Japan should be
You gonna be okay?
isolated? Was it
Yes,
one of the
I just need to rest for a few minutes.
What was the main Tokugawa? The Tokugawa? I don't know.
Shogun? I don't know. I'm not a massive history buff when it comes to Japan. Like I like my history, but I'm not an expert on
You sit
it.
here. I'll check.
Yeah, because I think like if my sketchy history served me well is that because they had the influence of the Europeans and they thought our religion, the
so
Christian religion, was causing too much problems
Okay.
in Japan. So
Yeah.
they sort of closed off Japan from foreigners, and the merchant ships that did come there were only allowed to go to certain docks. They weren't allowed to leave those areas as well. They had to stay within those compounds.
And it was mostly Dutch sailors that were
But there was a
around
lot of
here.
Dutch, yeah, a lot of Dutch, a lot of Portuguese, you know. But they sort of expelled all the foreigners and all the Jesuits and priests and stuff. They thought, we don't really want this Catholicism, it's causing too much problems.
Problems, yeah.
Years ago, she's been hunting
And you know,
confrontation.
Japan is a
Never
very
really gave it
kind
much
of
thought.
Secular.
atheist.
Any of this
It's a
could
secular
actually be
country.
real.
Yeah,
History.
it's not really
My
big into
grandmother used to tell me
religion.
a story like
They
this.
have
They
their
go to
beliefs.
shrines and stuff, right? But
Yeah.
it's mostly like a
Years ago,
sort of
Queen Himiko
a
ruled
tradition
the
more than sort of like a religious sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's more of a traditional thing. I think there's, you know, Japanese people do maybe believe in the Buddhism and Shinto. I mean, they kind of incorporated together. But then it doesn't really play a huge part of their kind of everyday lives as it does in other countries.
No.
This is where the wolves
You
come.
get attacked by a few wolves. Now look at this well, you're not much of an architecture, but this is
Oh gosh,
alright, I'll let you concentrate. Roll, damn it, roll.
oh gosh. Okay, I have no
You
arrows.
gotta scavenge for arrows.
Alright, because I've just been playing the game as if...
Yeah, you just sort of been
not-
flying through it.
Yeah,
not
I've
picking
been
up
trying
any
to pick
resources.
up anything.
So if you go back up there, did you open up the crate? Or did you look
I
around
don't
there?
think I did. I think I've just been...
I don't
no,
think that
I
can
can't
open
do
it.
anything. Oh, here we go. Here's some
There's some
arrows.
arrows there.
So, yeah.
They can't get you up here. You can't open that.
The wolves, Doctor.
Yeah, cheers, doctor. No, he's a doctor. Is he a doctor of archaeology?
Yeah, he is. And I think he has like 2 PhDs or something like that.
But
So.
they make him out to be a bundling fool.
I don't think he's a fool. I think he's very focused on like
More celebrity.
celebrity than anything. And he's
It's
not
more
really...
of a celebrity archaeologist.
Yeah.
Is there a celebrity archaeologist?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's loads of celebrity archaeologists who kind of sell themselves. Like there's what's her name, Alice Roberts. She's very much God. Oh God. Okay.
Oh, you shrugged that off, didn't you?
Oh God.
Ow, ow, ow,
Oh, okay. Wow, I'm really bad. Let me do that again.
Well, it's just going to put you back at the camp now.
That wasn't
Pick
bad.
up some arrows.
Yeah. So yeah, there's Alice Roberts who kind of does British Isles. There's Jacob Cooper who focuses on like Central America, Latin America, the Caribbean. He does a lot of documentaries. Yeah, there are. Bethany Hughes, you know, she's not really much of an archaeologist, but she's more of a historian. Come on.
There's one there.
Ugh. It's really hard to see and.
It's quite a dark game. Isn't it? Yeah.
And I'm not oh, there's too much.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm good.
oh no. Let yourself heal up. Ouch.
Oh.
Timing.
Timing.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's one dead dog. Or wolf, sorry.
Where's the other one?
I think it's behind you.
Oh,
No, just go up and...
oh no.
Oh,
wolf.
yeah, it was behind you. Bit you in the arse. Shoot. There you go. Right in the head. Are you not going to skin him and take their pants?
No, not today.
Oh, okay. Not
Normally
today.
I would. Normally I would look for all the collectibles and all the little side things, but I think today
Right. I think there's a campfire around there. Are you
Yeah.
going to go to the campfire?
I am.
Yeah. Now he's talking about architecture, but he's so. Have you got any? No.
Architecture.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting because the architecture you see in Yamatai would, from an archaeological point of view, it would not be still held up. It would kind of be degraded.
Right. Okay.
Especially the wooden structures.
Yeah. They do like to. They really like to make things out of wood back in the day. Don't
Yeah, and that just wouldn't last. It
I don't
doesn't
think
last.
any of the castles or buildings are that old because they tend to fall down and they just rebuild them.
Yeah, so like
They
a lot
catch
of
fire.
a lot of the temples
Earthquakes.
are made of wood, and they replace the wood over time, and therefore it's a completely new structure.
Yeah, it is basically a new structure. So it's not old, like it's not the original structure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was the Golden Pavilion? That got burnt down. That got rebuilt.
So a lot of things. I mean, the big Great Fire of Tokyo, which burnt down a lot of the wooden structures as well.
Especially a lot of bombing during World War II.
Must be ritualistic.
This female image is particularly
Wow.
interesting.
Is he talking about Himiko?
Yeah, he's talking about Himigo, but
Looks like it was made quite recently.
By those islanders, no doubt. Judging by the rocks out there, they are
His archaeological senses are tingling. He's really,
Yes,
he's
well,
really
let's hope we
getting a
don't
kick out of
become
this.
murderers.
Yeah,
See if you can
he
work the
is.
other one.
But it's just I think
The handle's
he
missing.
doesn't quite understand what's going on, and you know,
He sees a sort of like an opportunity to further his
won't
career
take
and
long.
make money out of this place.
I'll have to
Have
find
you
something
encountered
sturdy to
any
turn it
other
on.
archaeologists
There's
like
something
that
around here.
who sort of more focus on the sort
Incredible.
of making themselves famous, or have all your archaeological
couldn't-
colleagues?
Oh
are
no,
they
I
more-
can't say. I
Oh,
couldn't say.
no.
I couldn't. There are, yeah.
You don't have to give any names, man,
I won't give any names, but
or
there is
genders.
there is one archaeologist who has their doctorate.
You
and
got to
everything,
now.
like-
Now the game's forcing you to scavenge now.
Yeah.
Salvage because you need parts for your axe.
Yeah. So I need to kind of actually.
Yeah,
look at
actually
things
find some
here.
stuff.
This'll
Not
work.
just sell
Just
through.
need a bit more.
Because I've just been sailing through.
Oh no,
Oh
wolves!
God! I didn't even see that.
Wolfie! Wolfie!
Come on.
He's right in front of you. No,
Oh my
please.
God. Where is he? I can't see him.
No, they're there. There's one. Oh, dodged it there, mate. There you go.
Oh my God! I don't know.
He shook that off, didn't he, like a boss? There you go.
Dead.
Now, can you salvage him? Some bits
Scavenge.
of
Oh,
XP.
there's a guy.
Oh no, there
There
you
we
go. Not so tough now, are you? Hey?
It's a lot
Remember
easier
we
when you
saw
don't
that
talk.
film with Liam Neeson? Was it The Grey? Where
Oh,
he just goes around
yeah.
killing wolves?
I really,
Have some.
I have some issues with that.
Yeah, they
but,
made out these wolves to be like really like malicious and
like intent, like
Yeah.
evil.
yeah, like. And there's a bit where they like
Oh my God.
they kill a wolf and just eat it in front of the other wolf
Yeah.
pack to wind them up. Oh, there's another one there. Get out of there, yo. Get out of there. There you go.
Hopefully that's it for now. Got like, I had like 3.
Yeah. Now you can use your there's a box over there.
Just a bit more.
They seem to spawn off certain places. There's a box over there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get some arrows.
Another
Ooh, is this
Who are they worshipping?
yeah, can we have a look at that shrine and you can give your archaeological opinion?
Oh gosh, we should have played Shadow then.
No.
Because I have a lot of
let's
issues.
clarify. Your area was is
So I am definitely a Mesoamericanist, so I focus with Olmec, Maya and Aztec. That's kind of my love, my true love.
yeah, and let's reiterate. You did actually live in Japan. You studied Japanese.
Yeah.
But you didn't study their sort of
Archaeology.
and history.
Yeah, absolutely.
In great detail.
Yeah, I mean, I was interested in very old period of Japan, like the Kofun period is one of my
Right.
favorites.
Right.
But
Do you know what? This is gonna hopefully not baffle you, but stump you. But what period was Yamatai?
gosh, in terms of, well, they find Kofun period ruins in Tomb Raider.
Women is such a drama queen.
I'm gonna skip this.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
skip
the
this. We don't need to hear Sam.
But
mention
it's definitely prehistory. So
prehistory.
yeah, definitely
Pre-Japanese history.
pre-Japanese history.
That old is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you look
Probably
at
like Iron Age.
If you,
Same period as
so
Iron
this is
Age,
not
I mean.
100. This is not accurate, is it? Because a lot of the sort of architecture looks sort of like.
Yes, and this is one thing I wanted to point out that
Just run up to it when you got your
Okay.
stuff now. You don't need to fuck with these, mess with these rooms. Already.
language.
Oh,
my-
look, there's sakura blossoms, man.
Run, come on.
Run up.
Can't get me
They
now.
can't get you down. They turn away now.
Okay. So I need to. Yes. So the some of the ruins don't really correspond with the time period it should
Yes,
be in,
well, I'm
but
just trying to get out. Yeah.
however, you know, obviously people have been crashing into this island for a fair
Yeah,
while.
so not just foreigners, other Japanese from various time periods have been going into this island, and so that's why the architecture and maybe the time for the time doesn't match up.
Yeah.
So, because if this was prehistory, right, like you say, there wouldn't be samurai.
Let's do this.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, there definitely would be some sort of warrior.
It would be a warrior, but it wouldn't be a samurai warrior. Oh, you got to
Yes,
actually do
Oh,
some
yeah.
gameplay mechanics here. Yeah, mash that button. Now, very slowly walk under it.
That female figure on the gate. Even the
Now he's referring to Himiko.
Himiko.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not
Yeah.
channeling Sam, Doctor?
So he's, this is quite an interesting conversation because this is a real conversation between two
shamanistic.
archaeologists.
A woman wields
and this
that
is something
much power, and sooner
You
or
probably
later
would
it gets called
discuss,
witchcraft.
you know, if you'd seen something like that.
Discount anything, even if it may seem to us irrational.
That was one of my
We
favourite
still
lines in the
have
game.
much to learn about.
Lara just
Was
said.
Himiko a
You
powerful
sound like my
ruler?
father.
It could be
Oh
what
shit,
hell.
are we...
We don't really know, you know, there's not much to say because it's before written history, so, you know, we have to kind of use the archaeology to kind of
Okay,
figure it out.
right. Wasn't that stuff written down about her?
No,
Because
no.
what was stumped some early European histories was that Europeans didn't write their history down. It was
It
all
is Himiko.
verbal, like through stories. But obviously the Romans and Greeks wrote stuff down.
candle.
Yeah.
That's how we know about
Why is
sort
she
of
still being...
certain tribes
It must have
and
once been part of
histories or certain
Yamatai.
European
You were
peoples.
right, Laura.
The Lost Kingdom.
It's like finding Atlantis.
But this is...
Yeah, see, I made that
We're not
comparison.
standing on a myth.
We're standing
No,
on a
is
gold mine.
Yamatai like
Come, quickly, your
like
friends are hurt.
Atlantis? Where did you get that shooter from?
Remember, Reyes gave it to him.
Oh right.
Yeah.
right,
Have a
right,
gun.
right. Yeah, don't Don't give up your weapon.
This is so stupid.
So
But I
silly.
insist that
Yeah.
afterwards you take us to whoever's in charge.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm
Yes.
handling this.
No. Laura's first instinct is just to kill
Everyone, I know. She's got good instincts, as Rock says.
Just go along with them, Laura.
There's a scene, I don't know if we'll get to it in this video, where she's talking to Rob and he's like, how did you get so good at bandaging and healing wounds? He's like, night shifts at the 12 Bells. Which is an actual 9 Bells, which is an actual real pub in Sussex.
Is there? Oh,
Yeah. It's on the way to Brighton. Get down.
Don't hurt them, please.
Now, this is a controversial part. No. Yeah. I remember when this game was being released, this part was a bit controversial.
yeah, it hasn't happened yet, that bit.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I suppose...
Have that.
Yeah, well...
Oh, language. This is a PC channel now. We don't drink beer or swear anymore now. You've got to use your stealthy skills now.
Yeah, I mean...
Don't make a sound.
Just,
Don't make a sound.
it's really actually hard talking.
Oh.
My god! How do you even hide? I just stood there.
No.
Oh, that's so funny. It's really hard talking and playing. But
Welcome to our world.
okay, so am I not hiding?
No, you weren't in cover there. We saw you. It's always the Russians, isn't it? Always the
Always the
Russians.
Russians.
I know there's Americans in this group, but there's always the... Ooh, careful. Yeah, go. Remember, you got your instincts. Oh, God. Keep looking.
God.
They're killing people. Here, you can sort of go now. There we go. Get there.
This group's got some fight. They'll have to kill most of them. Too bad.
Sneaky. And then later on in the game, you just have all your weapons and you get to butcher everyone.
Yeah.
So you're refusing to use your instinct.
What do you see?
Yeah, I just think it's a bit...
Bit
Can't
too
see where
easy.
I'm going though now. It feels really dark. Oh god.
Where you going?
I don't know. I can't see. It's so... Oh fuck.
Cool. Yeah, keep going. Just keep going
I
up.
can't see.
Keep going. Keep going.
There? Is
No.
it Oh yeah.
No.
No, what am I doing? I can't see.
I don't know what you're doing.
There's a
No.
little
Go
hiding
back.
place.
Go. No, stop going. Go. Turn around. You got to go through there. Through there. There.
Yeah.
There. God, I thought
God.
you played this game.
I have played this game, but the reflection of the sun on the screen is really hard to see what I'm doing, and it's so dark.
This is the bit I was referring to.
Yeah.
Quite a bit controversial.
I don't.
Even though I think the person who wrote this part
Rihanna
or did this was
Pratchett.
actually a woman,
Yeah.
and people still had issue with it.
I think it.
This bit, because I think there was supposed to be more, but people lost their sort of,
Yeah.
got a bit angry with it. Like, you know, a man trying to convince himself on a woman, she bashes the absolute Jesus out of him. But if you fail that bit, shoot him in the
balls.
willy. All he does is strangle you to death. He doesn't try and force himself on the keep going, you got it. Now this is Laura's first kill, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it won't be her last. Nope. Watch him die.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really real way to
Archaeologist done this. Gone on a
expedition
to like foreign countries and ended up having to fight off a load of angry locals or tribes people.
God, I think that's
Is that just fantastic?
But that's just fantastical, isn't it? I mean,
Has Indiana Jones lied to us?
yes, he
Right.
has very much so.
Back my bow. Love my
I
bow.
love her bow. I love the fact that that's her main weapon.
Yeah, it's sort of a trademark weapon, isn't it? Now, you got this gun, but it doesn't actually mean you can fight your way through here. You've got to sort of just escape.
Yeah,
But you do actually do some stealthy kills here. My memory serves me correct. Look at all this archaeology, all this history burning away. With,
all this architecture. Yeah, all this built heritage.
Yeah, how does that make you feel? As a person of history and science, how does it make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't quite understand why you would need to do that.
Some of those places look like Kyoto.
No, actually, you know what the place reminds me of? Remember we went to visited Nico. Remember Tokugawa's resting place? Wow. We went there together.
Well, that's in Kyoto, isn't it?
No, that's up north.
No, I didn't go with you then, did I?
You did. You went to Tokyo with my student.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this reminds me of. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It was actually snowing up there, wasn't it? Oh, he dodged that, didn't he?
I shot him like twice as well.
Shot him in the...
Okay. Oh.
Right. He's over there. He's undercover. We're not going to be able to hit. Damn. Pick up some arrows. Now, have you ever fired a gun?
No.
Right.
And I have no intention of ever finding.
I have always wanted to actually fire a real firearm.
Well,
just
maybe
to see
like
what it's like in a shooting range, not actually at anything. Because in England, you can actually own weapons. You have to have a license for it. But we're not allowed like machine guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're allowed like hunting rifles.
You have to have a license.
Yeah, of course. It's mostly people in the countryside who own them. That's why in the countryside, don't mess with farmers because they are armed to the teeth. There's a box there again.
Yeah, probably should stuff like that.
Yeah. You're gonna do stealthy kills. There you go. And you missed there.
Oh, I could too.
You're not gonna be able to hold that for much longer. Well, he didn't get it in the face, but good enough.
He's dead. That's what counts.
That's what counts.
Oh God, what am I doing?
Don't jump into the fire, for goodness sake. Yeah. Take the stuff. There you go. I mean, the game. Let's talk about the gameplay mechanics. It's quite fluid and quite solid.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what came in? Another tank? Looked like some kind of reason.
What the hell? I swear you hit him there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Need help here.
Uh-oh, he's gonna pull. There you go. Uh-oh. Okay, got people coming down.
I'll just wait for him.
Nah, just get him down. There you go. Bye!
Yeah. I really find the gameplay on this a lot of fun. I know, as I said before in the previous game, previous chapter
video?
we played, I know a lot of original kind of Tomb Raider fans don't like the fact that this is very shooter.
Yeah, I could sort of, I didn't like the shooting in the original was a bit too.
It's very clunky.
Yeah, and she had endless ammo on her dual hand pistols, and she would like do backflips and side jumps, shooting her guns. It was just a bit unrealistic, if I still write that description. Warn the others, Roth. I'm coming for them all.
I mean, to be perfectly honest,
Please.
I'm not really much of a puzzle person, ironically.
Yeah, the puzzles in this do well at the challenge tombs anyway. They're not too challenging.
They're not very challenging at all.
They made them slightly more challenging in the newer game. I mean, Shadow, I think, had some. Well, I've not completed it, but they had some fairly challenging.
Some kind of container.
Tombs. Optional tombs.
Yeah, Shadow was much more focused on it was like you could choose how you play it. You could either be really like focus more on the shooting, or you could focus much more on the
about nightmares.
on the puzzles.
But there's no waking up from this place.
But I like a bit of both.
I'm really doing these things. No.
So are you going to use any of your skill points here, or?
Yeah, I think I
It
will.
won't help.
That's the fast travel.
Rest of the crew.
Yeah.
I hope they're okay.
I always should be on one, so I normally like go between the two.
I don't know what the hell is going on now. All that is a rough find.
I'm gonna go far. I don't really use this, to be honest,
So-
but I need it, so I might as well. Yeah.
Got a new skill master to that's how life works.
Because I haven't been stopping in all
Yeah.
this.
I think there's like
salvage.
something down where the water is, isn't
Yeah, there's so if we go in here, there is a hole in the cave
there? Little
where there's a couple of
place.
things, like a
couple
journal.
of items. Some more. Oh.
Days have passed since the plane crash.
Let's
For a
skip this. We
second.
don't really have to hear old Matthias
Matthias going on about
whittle on about having to sleep with other men and stuff like that.
what?
Well, come on. There's no women here. They're still guys.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's
So
another.
it's basically a penal colony.
Okay.
So obviously they're going to start bumming each other.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Changing the subject.
Looks like a small
Now,
escape.
you got to use skills here, Laura. Woo!
Stay here. I'll check it out.
So, no, how about you stay here and I'll check it out. Ah! Still getting your skills back. Oh, I'll show them in the back.
So you need to get back into it.
The skill starts to come back after a while.
Well, saying that, there's a bit coming up where I normally get a bit.
Get a bit what?
I don't know. It takes me a couple of times. I think. Wait.
This is a selfie section, isn't it?
No, it's
That
when
bit
you
where
go
you
through
get into
the.
the building and then.
It starts burning down.
Oh, right.
And you have to
Yeah.
like. Then they all start coming out, and then.
Yeah, this bit here.
Yeah.
Capture or kill?
This is very.
Killer!
Okay. Right. So here we go.
You two, check that.
Very surprised that all these structures are still standing.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, you can't just have an environment made of, the same landscape or whatever.
Oh, no, you've
to
got to have
vary it
very,
up. In terms of
very,
gameplay,
very
it's
fun.
quite fun.
Absolutely. Wow. Laura's a stone cold killer here. Look at this guy. I mean, later on you get to like pickaxe them in the back of the head.
Funny enough, the game does get a lot easier when you get.
Oh, when you upgrade your
yeah.
skills and yeah, and your killing proficiency goes through the
So
roof.
dark.
Right, you can go through this section and actually kill them like. Oh god, how did he find you there? Oh my god, no. No, please. Very just burnt crisp. Is he? I think it's, no. Got him. Excellent.
Let's do the one coming
How good are you at firing arrows then?
up. What, in real life?
Yeah, in real life. So I shouldn't be worried then.
No, you don't need to be worried at all.
Yeah, we go on a rampage.
Oh my god, is there someone coming?
Looks like it, yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna burn himself.
Take him
Oh,
down.
he's gone.
Yep.
I think you just
Ah,
see
you've
him.
got to jump over there.
Yeah, and then
There you
zip
go.
line there.
Zip line to freedom.
Oh!
Or to your death. Either way.
I pressed A!
I don't
Right.
think the prompt came up. Did
The
it?
prompt didn't come up. Oh, this is so
So
bad.
you've got to
Okay,
kill
I
this
don't
guy
know.
again.
Oh.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Okay, let's just wait till the prompt. Where's the
There.
prompt?
Okay,
Oh, there we go. Alright.
Down. A.
There we
you
go.
go.
That was quite impressive, and then I just fall
Yeah.
to my death.
Now, there's some goodies over here.
These journals, which
They are so
Boring.
boring. We're not even going to bother listening to them.
I really just don't care about his backstory. because It's not even that interesting.
Is there some more goodies over there, or is that?
Oh yeah, there's loads of goodies everywhere, which we're not kind of
Oh,
looking for. But let's do it, because I think some of them are
yeah, because there might be some archaeological
artifacts.
artifacts there.
I know this is like a challenge, which I haven't really been doing. But,
Yeah, if we were doing a full
So
let's
dark.
play, we probably would have looked for more of the archaeological artifacts.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of my favourite parts of the game. It's just see, I can't see anything. Can
There's
you?
something there.
Yeah. It's
there's
looking for
something
the
there.
artifacts
Yeah.
and just learning a
Silk
bit more.
fan.
Yeah.
Could have been used by a villager or a noble, maybe.
Probably if
They
it's
do.
silk, it's going to be a noble.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's nice. I love how they're all in little boxes as well.
Yeah, nicely preserved boxes.
Yeah,
I
nicely
mean,
put.
as an archaeologist, you've been on a few digs, haven't you?
I've been on a fair few, yeah.
Yeah, it's just you just walk around in a trench, which is a muddy sort of hole, and digging up dirt.
Can I just say something? One of
Yes,
the
of
biggest media tropes in archaeology is that you're finding something. You're finding an artifact, or you're finding a temple or a structure. But actually, we normally are looking for things that were there. So, like post holes, which are not there anymore, but there's the evidence of it that's been left behind, or ditches and gullies and stuff like that, like where structures were actually. Most of the time, that's what we're looking for.
So sometimes archaeology can be found by accident. I remember, I think, was it in Leicester where they found the
Richard the
remains
Third,
of Richard III
yeah.
in the car park.
Yeah. And I think there's potentially a couple of other kings that are in under car parks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think back in the day we used to build on anything, so we didn't really like sort of send archaeologists in there to find any sort of historical.
Yeah, so
artifacts.
I think it only happened fairly
It's
recently, in the
fairly
70s,
Yeah.
where in England anyway, I can't speak for any other countries, but if you're going to develop on any land or if you're going to change anything, you need archaeologists to go in and kind of do investigations. And that's how Richard III was found. And he got got an axe through the head during excavations. So yeah, some guy just
Can you imagine being that person?
archaeologist put
Wow.
an axe through the king's head.
Jeez, being the guy put a pickaxe through there with a king.
I think it was a matchstick, maybe a matchstick.
Ruffy!
With his dual pistols,
Dual pistol.
which you realise is not at all efficient way of shooting.
Your arms just go everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Thank God you're alive.
Oh my god, his flesh got
God's got something to do with it.
Yeah.
Look, and this is the bit where he's like, how did you become so good at healing wounds?
There's a real number on your leg.
No, she has to get the stuff from the wolf
Looks worth
thing.
Before the
Yeah.
alright. Okay. We'll play up to that point
Have
then.
you heard from any of the others?
No, nothing, love. This is my real Yorkshire accent.
Wait,
Terrible.
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
My food pack. Transmitter from the lifeboat's in it. If we don't get that back, we're not getting off this bloody island.
But you need bandages more.
You need a hospital.
Exactly.
Language, Lara, language.
She has a bit of a potty mouth when you see
Very,
it.
very potty.
I quite like it though. That's kind of like a very.
No.
So this version of Lara is not like
Oh, don't do this to me, you northern bastard.
it's not a nobility like the first Lara. She's
No,
not
she
like-
is a nobility.
She's a lady.
She's a lady.
Lady
Yeah,
Croft.
she's Lady Croft. Yeah, and you
Oh,
find
yeah,
more about
she
that
is,
in
isn't
the,
she?
the
Shadow.
yeah,
Yeah.
Shadow Lord Croft.
Lord
Yeah, she
Croft.
is a lady. She's a noble. No, she's not noble.
She's an aristocrat.
Yeah. So she is quite.
But she shuns that, doesn't she?
And I quite like that. I think that makes. I like the fact that she's.
God
And I
he's
know
alive.
I might get a bit of hate from original fans, but it just makes her a bit more grounded in
Yeah. And
In the world.
her accent it isn't actually like a really posh accent. It's like a hometown accent.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's a typical RP accent, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's a received pronunciation.
Yeah. And the original Lara had a very sort of upper class sort of spoken sort of accent. And she,
Yeah.
Yes, hello, I'm Lara Croft.
Yeah.
You know.
Shelley Bond, who originally did Lara, was I think she was quite posh. Keely Hughes, was it Paul Hughes? I can't remember pronounce it properly, but she has quite a posh accent.
She was in that Netflix drama, The Bodyguard. wasn't
Yeah, she was,
really
and she was
good.
brilliant in that. That was
Yeah, really good. You know, what's his name? The guy who played the bodyguard from Game of Thrones.
Or Richard Madden.
Yeah, he is going. They say he's going to be the new Bond.
Is he going to be the new Bond?
Yeah, there's rumours. I think he will, because Daniel Craig, God bless him, he's getting on in years. So, and he said that he didn't want to play him anymore. So I think this new film will be the last one, and then they're going to reboot it again and have a even younger Bond in it, because I think Richard is 31 or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll have another young Bond.
Well,
So I don't know how they're going to do it this time. Will he be like a sort of rough, raw recruit, or are they going to have him established? I don't know.
I wonder what accent he's, because he's originally Scottish, isn't he? And so is James.
James Bond. He wasn't originally Scottish.
Oh, I love
They-
this.
they like- they-
that bit. You just talked about the
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're getting off topic a bit.
bit.
But anyway, they love Sean Connery so much they retcon Bond to be Scottish.
I thought he was originally Scottish. in the
No,
books.
no, not in the book.
Okay.
I don't think they actually, in the first books, they mentioned where he was from. I think that was only Ian Fleming writ that in after Connery, because he was still alive when Connery was in the films, yeah. Now you got to get up and kill this big bad wolf.
Yeah, I'm going to.
He's taunting you as well. Like, oh.
What happened there?
Now there's some stuff here. What's this? Is this some sort of
These
totens and?
It's interesting because if you ever go to there's a brilliant site in Japan called Nokogiriyama, and I talk about this on my blog a lot.
Yeah, check out Frankie's social medias. I'll put links in the description
Yeah.
so you can find it.
And it's called Nokogiriyama, and it's I think it's Senzoji complex temple.
Right.
And there are just so many parallels to Tomb Raider and this. And if you're going to ever go to Japan and you're a massive Tomb Raider fan, I mean, I wish I knew about it. Back then I could possibly have even cosplayed Lara in that. But you see a lot of these style ruins, and it's Buddhist ruins mostly, and they have these prayer shrines which are almost copied from this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I really wanted to mention that.
That's pretty cool.
You see these totems and stuff like that as well. When you and it's on a mountain, Kiriyama, so it does really feel like Tomb Raider feel. Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah, this is so Uncharted. Isn't it?
absolutely.
So Uncharted. This is a good thing. I like it.
Oh my god! I pressed the jump button.
We were just talking about how fluid and responsive
Oh, yeah.
the controls were, and you just fell off there.
You know what? That wasn't my fault. I pressed A. Let me press an A. Okay, let's do that again. That's quite embarrassing. Jump. There we go. But yeah, I found the Uncharted controls not as smooth as Tomb Raider.
Yeah, a bit clunky,
Yeah.
but there's a remastered versions of the first three games, which addresses the controls and sort of tightens them up a bit. Remember, I say.
Okay, here we go. There we go.
No, we've got to kill this wolf to get the medical supplies.
You get the supplies first. And then
Kill the wolf.
I'm not going to use my supplies on this one.
You don't need your survival instincts.
Played this way too many times.
Well, Japan has bears, right?
Yes, Japan does have bears. It has bears and it has a lot of wildlife, but no wolves. They kill them all off.
I wonder if they're going to have any plans to reintroduce them like we've been doing in Europe.
I would like them to, but I mean, it's not really my say. But there are places in Japan like Hokkaido, which would be a great place to introduce them
Yeah, because
away
it's just
from.
pretty much
That's all.
like very scarcely.
Yeah.
Like the middle island, which is Honshu, is the one where it's just massive amounts of people.
Yeah.
Got it.
Now I don't want any trouble.
Got to get this back to Roth.
Come on now, Wolfie.
can't see where I'm going.
It's no, please.
Why?
Why? It's always why.
It's always why.
There you go. Then keep getting why. God.
You're right. Well done, Lara.
Oh my god. In real life, Lara would have been killed by that giant wolf.
Yeah.
Wolves are big, strong predators, man.
Well, how did you see? And what I quite like about in Shadow Tomb Raider when she's fighting the
Jaguar.
jaguars, yeah. And you know she does get kind of really beaten up by them. And the bears in Rise of Tomb Raider.
Yeah. There's always like a sort of animal antagonist, isn't there? Here it was wolves. Rise it was bears, and Shadow it was jaguars.
And jaguars, okay, I'm going on to kind of Latin American archaeology, but they have a very strong identity with gods and peoples.
So the tribes people would, would sort of worship them in some way.
Yes, there's a lot of cultures within Latin America that kind of believe in transformation into jaguars and that kind of thing, and especially in along the east coast and in Mexico and Guatemala.
Right.
So they believe they can see in the eyes of a jaguar, which I really liked.
Sure. Oh, Ruffy. It looks like he's been sparked out.
Completely.
And Nora's got an old injury herself there, hasn't she?
Yeah, I think she actually heals herself. Not heals herself. Like does some first aid.
Yeah.
Herself.
There's a big Buddha up there. Was that Himiko?
I think Yamatai. A lot of the statues are representing Himiko, but they are just basically Buddhists.
Oh, Buddha. Oh, Buddha.
Buddha.
Oh, alright. Come on, Ruffy.
I like it in the further. I mean, we don't really have to focus on archaeological accuracy in these games.
Of course not.
But it's really interesting how the archaeology is represented and how it's used. As part
Where does a young lady like you learn to do a thing like that?
Late shift.
Yeah, there we are. The 9 bells.
Bells.
Yay.
Wolf's got nothing on her.
Must have been a rough pub.
I know, like.
Bloody
What
hell.
pub was she
Like,
working?
to skin you in this pub or something.
Probably working in South London.
Wow.
So
I think it's a real pub. I'm pretty sure I passed it. It's on the
I know
the Brighton line.
It's the best shot.
Croydon
That's
to
a strong signal in every
Brighton.
direction.
There is the 10 bells in like
That might be one I'm
New
thinking
Cross
of.
or something.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the one. You pass it on the way to Brighton. I think I
We need
pointed
to
it out
send
to
out
when we
that
went down to Brighton to cover that.
I'm not behind
police
any
festival.
times.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. We have to go back there one day.
afraid you're going to sit there.
Just get off the train and go
Get
to
off
the
the
drink.
train, maybe do a cat video, like vlog. Oh hi.
I don't think I'm that kind of croft.
I'm not
Not
that kind of
croft.
I'm always living in the shadow of my. I mean, your
I just-
father wasn't actually like a big adventurer. He was
Yeah.
not this posh little.
Well, it's kind of funny because when you like play the comics, when you read the comics and you play the first game, you think, wow,
Well, let's hope
you
I'm
know,
the first one,
you know,
then.
Richard Croft is this amazing adventurer, and then you play like Rise of the Tomb and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and he just seems like a very academic,
Yeah,
like,
very
like
bookworm,
introverted
yeah.
bookworm. It's very two opposing identities he has in the series.
Absolutely.
But I really hope we get rid of, I don't want to swear, but her father in the next games. I'm just so sick of everything Lara's done in the last 2 games has been about her father.
Yeah. Which, speaking of which, I think we'll leave it there for
Yeah.
now. So yeah, I think that was our video, our little let's play of Tomb Raider 2013. We hope you enjoy it. We'll probably be doing Rise of the Tomb Raider next, then Shadow, and then we'll probably do some.
Should we do some more of this? Like maybe near the...
Maybe like we'll see what if you guys enjoy it. We'll do
We'll
more.
post some more, yeah.
We'll do some more. We won't do a full let's play. We'll probably played different parts of it and recorded that. But yeah, we hope you enjoy, guys. Please check out Frankie's social medias, which will be in the description. Yeah, and if you like, please subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe, and if we get more subscribers and more views, we'll definitely carry this on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.